When you thought you found the one. Hello ladies, thanks for tuning in. So for those of you who gonna watch the replay on YouTube, I want to remind you that this Saturday 13th January, I'm gonna host a webinar and we're gonna talk about how to stop getting attached prematurely. If you haven't joined yet, click the link in my description box, and if you're on Instagram, simply send me a DM and I'm gonna send you the link. How are you guys? We're gonna talk about how to get over ghosting and how to get over disappointment when dating. How are you guys? I just finished a session with one of the women that I coach, and it was great to catch up with her because I get to hear her progress and all of that. So yeah, I'm excited about this year because like my coaching sessions are getting better. Like the women that I coach are putting in the work, and they are seeing the result, they are seeing change in their love life. And this is important for me because you know that I want to be the most amazing coach for you. How are you guys? Okay, let me type the title. So why you ghosted? Everything was perfect. Okay, how are you guys? Hello Nancy. Hello Lucy. How are you guys? Don't worry, I'm gonna put the replay on YouTube tomorrow. Psst. Hi Choco Bleu. How are you guys? So are you guys familiar with ghosting? And if you are, I'm sure it happens with the men that you like mainly. And that's the main challenge for most women, is like the struggle that they have happen with the men that they really like, not with the men that they don't care too much. Like anxious attachment and getting attached prematurely happens with the men that you really, really like, because when you don't like him, like you don't even care, you don't even notice when he disappears. So Mona says yes, she has been ghosted before, and I know how painful that feel. Like it takes some time to get over it. Like you start to replay everything, and you try to understand what you did wrong. So yeah, I understand the pain. It's horrible. Like you felt like you found the one. He was, everything was going well and all of that, and one day he just ghosted, and you need to pay attention to this. Like he never just ghosts. Like before ghosting, there is something in you that tells you that something is wrong. You just know it, but you see, you need to start paying attention more to your intuition. So I want to help you. I want to help you do everything right this time around and play your card right and stop getting attached prematurely. This is the reason why next Saturday I'm gonna host a free webinar, and if you haven't gotten the link yet, just send me a DM. I'm gonna send you the link to register. But yeah, this webinar is important because I want you to start the year right. I want you to start with with confidence, and I want you to start putting yourself on a pedestal, because what's happening right now is that, yes, of course, you follow a lot of femininity pages, you tell yourself like you like those pages, you scream, yes, I'm the prize and all of that, but when you actually meet a guy who truly turns you on, it's hard for you, to be that confident woman and all of that. But you need to be that, because that's the woman masculine men fall in love with. So Mona says, what if it's minimal contact right now and not fully being ghosted? What matters is knowing when you're gonna see him. Is it minimal contact in the sense where you try to not get attached quickly, or is it like minimal contact? And also, he hasn't asked me out either. Is there a date planned? Because remember that you need to have at least one date a week. Hello guys. Okay, I'm just checking to make sure that I'm greeting everyone. No second date hasn't, so no date planned. And when was the last date? Does he live in your city? Because again, like, guys, stop talking to men who live, in Canada when you live in Paris. Okay, make sure he's in your city. It's gonna make having one date a week easier. Okay, it's been about a week and a half now after the first date. So it doesn't look good if you have minimal contact and at the same time you don't have another date planned. He might just keep you for validation. By that I mean that men need to have at least one girl to talk to. So right now he might be using you for validation, and he thinks, okay, there is that other girl that I really like, but I'm keeping her on the side so that I can at least have notifications. Because for men, it's important to have at least one girl to talk to, even though they know already, okay, there is no future with her. They still need to have at least one woman they can talk to, a bit every day. It helps them feeling validated. So you need to let him go. I'm sorry. I wish I could tell you, okay, I was gonna ask you out, but no. A man who is into you, he wants to see you. And you're saying that you live one hour away from each other, so that it's easy. So it's easy to meet up. I agree. So let him go. So more people are joining, and I want to remind you that on next Saturday, I'm gonna host a live webinar, and this is the webinar you need if you tend to get attached prematurely, and you tend to, when there is a guy that you meet, you tell yourself, oh my god, this is it, I found him, and then you end up disappointed. It's because you certainly get attached prematurely before him fall in love, and you need to make sure that when you date, the man fall in love. Okay, he needs to become your puppet. If he doesn't become your puppet, you're gonna have that anxious attachment, and you're gonna work for his love. So make sure that you have a proper strategy that allows you to have the upper hand when dating, and we're gonna go over that in the live training. Have you guys registered? And I also want to remind you that not all men will fall in love with you, and that's okay. It doesn't mean that you suck. Your job as a feminine woman is also to learn, how to let go of the wrong man fast. What I have noticed is that in the feminine community, like, a lot of women start to feel guilt because they feel like, okay, if I didn't magnetize this guy, if I don't get all the men to pay for me and all of that, it means that I'm not good enough but no, that's not that at all. What I want you to understand is that you need to attract the right man. It's the right man who's gonna do everything right, and you might need to go to a few dates right now with other men until you find the right man for you. But the thing that happens is that most women get discouraged by that, and they end up lowering their standards, or they tell themselves, okay, I want this masculine man and all of that, but since he's not there yet, in the meantime, I'm gonna do casual hookups with, wounded men, with men who don't value me and all of that. But yeah, right now I want sex, so I'm gonna have sex with him. Or they think, okay, the men I like don't want me, so well, when I meet a guy with money and who turns me on, handsome and all of that, is not into me. So I'm gonna lower my standard. I'm gonna be with someone who isn't that masculine guy that I envision, but at least I have someone, and at least I can say that I have a partner when my friends ask me about my love life. But that's not the mindset of a confident woman, because a confident woman knows that she's happy and she has value with or without a man, and she knows that what she wants is an amazing man, and she won't settle. She knows that she accepts nothing else. She knows that she's gonna accept nothing else than greatness, and this is the woman that I want you to become, and I'm gonna help you with your transformation this Saturday. Do you feel like you are already that woman? Do you accept nothing else than greatness in your love life? For those of you who are joining or who can't attend fully, don't worry, I'm gonna put a replay on YouTube. Okay. So Mona is saying, so I can't get him. So you see here, you are already showing that you struggle with anxious attachment, because you can't be falling for him first. He needs to fall for you first. He needs to be the one asking, wondering, what can I do to get her. And it's a mindset, and just like any shift that needs to happen, you need to work on it. So Leila Debbie says, I just experienced this. He just ghosted me without no fight. Oh, I'm so sorry you have to go through this. And I know the pain that you're feeling right now, like you just can't believe it. And yeah, sometimes, yeah, you're gonna be disappointed, and I want you to take the time you need, to heal. And yeah, if you can call a friend to feel better, like, just do it. But yeah, what I've noticed is that ghosting is quite common in modern dating. Like, most people aren't truly honest, and they're afraid, to hurt your feelings by telling you, or Leila Debbie is asking, should I wait for him or move on? I wish I could tell you that something happened, his mother died, but no, that's not that at all. If he ghosted you, it means that there is someone else, and it's not for you. So you need to let him go, block him. If you feel tempted to text him and you absolutely want, closure, I want you to block him, because him ghosting you is actually closure. You got all the closure that you need. And I know that the ego wants the full explanation. The ego wants to understand why he ghosted. Like, nothing of what I'm gonna tell you now or your friends gonna tell you will make you feel like you got closure, because it's not coming from him. And even if it comes from him, you might think that he's lying. And but no. Okay, you need to work on your confidence. If you feel like you that you need to get closure from him. Okay, as you work on your confidence, you're gonna understand that you don't need closure, and you're gonna give yourself closure, because him ghosting you is closure. Him not being consistent is closure. Him not telling you all the things that he doesn't that aren't working in the relationship is closure, because you want to be with a man who is emotionally mature. You want to be with a man who can tell you, yeah, I didn't find it high value when you behave like that. Like, if I date a girl I expect this, and I want, I want the both of us to grow in love. So this is the kind of behavior that I find loving. You see. You want him to be as high value as you, if not more. You want him to be as confident as you, if not more. Because when you are with people who are confident, when you are with people who have high value and all of that, they elevate you. And that's something that we don't always notice, but the people that we have around us inspire us to be a certain way. So if right now you have friends and they have their standouts on the floor, you're gonna have your standouts on the floor as well. If you have friends and they are high value, they have high standards for the way they want to live, they have that big vision, it's gonna inspire you to have a big vision as well. I remember I was tutoring a kid a few years ago, and he was struggling with some stuff at school. And I also, like, normally when it comes to school stuff, I'm kind of like, I want excellence, right? Because I grew up like that. My father was a teacher. So for him, like, school was extremely important. And I'm like that as well. Like, if I have kids or my cousins or my nephews, it's important for me that they study well at school. And yeah, the kid that I was tutoring, I felt like his parents didn't care much about how he was spelling, because back then I was telling myself, oh, if the kid spells this bad, and his parents are executives and all of that, and the kid spell this bad, it certainly means that they don't care, because the kid was good at other things. He had no issues with memorizing things. And mathematics, he was good. He was good in math. And I was telling myself, okay, if he spells this bad, maybe it's because the parents are satisfied, because in other areas the kid performs well. So because I thought that, I wasn't thinking about ways to help the kid with his grammar. I was like, okay, even his parents don't care, so I don't need to worry. But it wasn't that they didn't care; they just didn't know how to help the kid properly. And on the other hand, I had parents who were more, um how to say that, who wanted more for their kids. And because I noticed that the parents were more exigent, I don't know if that's a word that exists in English, but yeah, when I had parents who wanted more for their kids, all of the sudden, like, my creative brain started to think of ways to optimize things, to make sure that the kid has the right method to improve his grade and all of that. So the reason why I'm sharing that is that if you surround yourself with people who show that they are into excellence, and they lack excellence, you're gonna become like that as well. And you're gonna become like that as well. And you're gonna use your creative brain to, to have greatness in your life. So Leila DB says, I blocked him all this day and haven't spoken to him, but deep down I want him to tell what I did wrong and where it all went wrong. I fell in love with him so quickly. I'm trying to get over him. Oh, I'm so sorry. I know right now you are feeling so much pain, but I also want you to let you know that I'm proud of yourself, because I know many women will not block. Many women will still, even though they know that it's over, they will still leave, doors open, hoping for him to come back. So you can be extremely proud of yourself, because I know that's not easy. That's not easy. And I want you to also delete his number, because sometimes when we block, we are tempted to unblock, because we think, oh, maybe he messaged me, I want to see what he sent. But yeah, take the time you need to heal. Take the time you need, to process what just happened. But you can be really proud of yourself, because what you did today is more than what most people do. Hello guys, how are you? Some more people are joining. So Choco Bleu is saying, sending much love your way to Leila Debbie. Yes, and I love that. I love that I have a supportive community. And I also want you to know that, like, at any stage of your feminine journey, you might meet men like that. At any stage of your feminine journey, you might get a divorce. Like you might be engaged and then break up. It can happen. Doesn't mean that you are a failure. Okay. My goal isn't to have you in a relationship at all costs. My goal is to have you happy. So if it means that you need to break up with a guy to make room for a wonderful guy, I will make you break up. I'm not the coach who tell you that, oh, okay, but you can forgive him. He hasn't texted you for 2 weeks. You can forgive him. If he comes back with a good explanation, you can just forgive him. No. Okay. Even if something is going on in his life, he can't disappear like that, because part of being emotionally mature is letting other people know, oh, okay, it's letting people who are important to you, oh, I'm struggling right now, I feel pain, my mom is at the hospital. You see. You need to feel safe when dating, and I'm not saying that the guy you're seeing should be responsible of your whole emotional safety, but when it comes to the relationship that you have with him, it should make you feel safe. You need to be, you need to feel safe on your own as a person. When you work on yourself and all of that, you're supposed to bring yourself safety. And if you don't feel safety and safe in that interaction, in that relationship with the guy, that's a sign for you that you need to let him go, because you are supposed to feel safe when dating. That's part of feminine energy. You are supposed to feel safe. So Leila Debbie is asking, can I switch into my dark feminine side? I'm sorry, but I'm not familiar at all with those dark light feminine side. Like, I just know healthy feminine energy and wounded feminine energy. That's all that matters. Like, I don't think that we need to bring a lot of different new words into this. Like, just focus on being high value, focus on being, confident, focus on surrounding yourself with love, basking in love and all of that, and the vision that you have in your mind will manifest. But yeah, when you date, make sure that you don't get attached prematurely, because when you get attached prematurely, you send pick me vibes. But don't worry, we're gonna talk about it during the live training. And for those of you who are just joining, don't forget that you can get the link to the webinar to register simply by sending me a DM. And if you're on YouTube, well, you need to send me a DM on Instagram at High Value Queens, and I'm gonna send you the link to register. Do you guys tend to get attached prematurely as well? I see that more people are joining. You see, when you get attached prematurely, it's when you feel like, okay, this is him, I found him, I know it's him, and in your head, like, you can't imagine this not working out, because on the moment it feels like this is the guy that you have been trying to manifest. So we're gonna do some mindset work during the live training, don't worry, so that the guy can start to fall for you first, because that's something that I want you to understand. When you are in your feminine energy, the man falls for you first. Okay? And it's always gonna be like that. If you want deep commitment, you want to feel safe when dating, the man will have to fall for you first. As a rule of thumb, if you fall for him first, it's already over. Okay? It doesn't mean that you don't like him at all. you need to enjoy his presence, you see, as a friend and all of that, even a bit more than a friend. But you can't be falling for him, hard first. He needs to fall for you hard first. Hello guys. So if you're watching this replay on YouTube, oh yeah, I'm gonna put the replay tomorrow on YouTube, and I also want you to leave comments. Okay, when you leave comments, it helps me get my message out there. It helps more women because they can when you leave comments, YouTube, show my videos suggest my video to more people so that we can get more women in the feminine community. And I already see that we are making progress when it comes to elevate the world and elevate the women around us, because more women are speaking up about their toxic relationships. More women are talking about the cheap men they are dating and all of that, and they are getting the strength they need to break up. So we need to continue. As more women will join the community, men will be forced to level up as well, because right now they don't level up because they manage to get women without leveling up. But if more women, increase their self-esteem, increase their standards, more men will be forced to level up as well. Remember that when you level up, you raise the entire humanity. You see, you make the entire world better. Raising your standard is a gift to humanity. Leveling up is a gift to humanity. As I said earlier, when you are around people with high standards, you are forced to have high standards yourself, because you see that they are amazing and all of that, and you want to keep up. Okay, ladies, I'm gonna go. It's bedtime for me. Okay, so I'm done with the coaching sessions of the day. I tend to have my coaching sessions on Sunday. So yeah, after that I try to say hi on Instagram, because I know that many of you, like, I'm not present this much. I wasn't present this much in my stories. I have many things to do for the webinar. Like, I want it to be perfect. Well, I want to bring the information that you need. I want to bring you the transformation that you need. So I have to work on it. So it's time consuming, because I have to think about many things, and I work with some people to help me make it amazing. So yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. And for those of you who joined late, don't worry, I'm gonna put the replay on YouTube. You're gonna have it tomorrow, okay, on YouTube. And my YouTube channel, you have the link in my bio. And if you can't find it, simply send me a DM and I'm gonna send you the link. Okay, thank you so much, guys, for tuning in, and let's chat soon. Bye bye.